quite an aggressive fixed tooth mulcher. And here's a 16-ton trailer that we were looking to see. I better stop Paul quickly before he puts an order down. This is a funky little thing. Look at this, the Mantis. And John Deere have got tyre inflation system on the John Deere 6R series. But I think the button from B&Q, we need another button on the Command Pro stick just to pause and just move the balls around a little. The balls in the seat. Hall 26, this is the forestry section. This is what we've come to see. Some of this gear. Jenz, a hack truck, or yeah, is it hack Thor? Oh, this is what we tried to put on our Mus-max, and we found this didn't really work very well. So when we tried to put our Lasco on our Mus-max, it didn't really work. We took it off again. When I set the spool valve going in the tractor and that's spinning round and put the log on it, it was coming round and whacking the side of the machine. So we stripped it off straight away. I was thinking about like a cracker. Be interested to see what Jen's talk about with this. It's turning all the time, and I put a piece of wood on it, and it gribs it, and then it goes whoosh, bang. Really struggled. Hold the log with the crane.
Yes.
A lot of pressure. Yeah. Yeah, I was see, as I'm grabbing it, I put the log onto there, and then if I try to let go of the log and reposition, it's. Yeah.
Could be happen.
I struggle with it. Yeah. Do you do a cracker? Stairs. Because I thought cracker might be better, so that you could just sort of operate a cracker, and then the spinny thing I felt was just. It's big. How many horsepower?
480, I think.
480 horse.
I think.
Look at the driving position, the cab position up there. Really good view.
Good visibility.
Really good visibility.
Superb.
Maybe that's our next chipper. Thank you very much. This is more our size of chipper. Very similar crane. It's lovely seeing this shiny forestry kit. One of the hardest jobs you're going to do with machinery is in the forestry sector. Kit never looks this shiny for very long. So this chipper, similar size to ours, has got a hitch on the back, so you can be pulling a trailer behind it. And in coppice material, where it's already been cut down, presumably with shears or some sort of blade system, and left in windrows, go back through, crane it in and pull the trailer behind you for biomass collection. Mulchers, not seen these ones before. Flail tech. It's quite an aggressive fixed tooth mulcher. Excavator mounted. I would have thought this is probably for a 20-ton size machine.
1400, 20-ton machine.
I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
Ireland?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. We've been hearing a lot of German people today.
This here is our E4 range. So this is our 16 to 20-ton model. Comes in 1.2 meters wide or 1.4.
Yeah.
You can see here there's a heavy-duty rotor. We have our bike. So it's a fixed tooth, yeah. But we can also put in a 360 swing and hammer rotor, so it's designed to be interchangeable.
With you.
It has
So these here, they're stopping it being too aggressive on the cut.
Exactly.
So what we find, we run a SEPI tractor mount, and what we find on the SEPI with the fixed tooth, it's a different tooth design, but still quite a big, probably slightly bigger than
that tooth, and this is here.
Yeah. So
similar to, yeah, basically. And we haven't, obviously that tractor mount doesn't have this part in here.
Yes.
So it'll really bite hard and
Yeah.
hit a stump.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh my God, I'm going to snap the transmission of a tractor if I'm not careful. And
Yeah.
you can come to a standing stop. So that's stopping that effectively being too aggressive.
It allows you to you don't stall the rotor as often, you know. So you're taking 30mm cuts each time instead of if it makes
It's a raker on a chainsaw.
Essentially, yeah. This model here is also Horsch square lined with counter cutters at the back and top. We've got our Horsch skids, and it's a very robust double skin chassis the whole way around. So it's built to be more robust. It also comes standard with a Danfoss variable torque motor. So as you start to get into tougher material, heavier workloads, the motor automatically drops a gear and again stops you from stalling. This here would be our 13-ton range here. Now, again, similar, it's double skin chassis on this side, a little lighter hydraulic door, but same style of, this is our 360 swing and hammer, but we can also put the fixed tooth in this model.
What's you see the advantages of the two different rotors?
This one here is more forgiving. If you're down into the ground, stump grinding, things like that, it's a fixed tooth. But up to 6 inches, you know, this is more forgiving. You don't need as much operator skill.
Mus-max. That looks a bit like ours. It looks shinier than ours. Is that a 10? You don't get the scale of it when you're in these exhibition halls. You don't get the scale in the exhibition halls of what size the machine is, because that looks the same size as ours, but that's a 10 and not an 8. Looks shinier though. Oh, there we go. Look, this is what I'm talking about. A cracker.
We have one of these. We've got the 8. The 8.
Everyone's the Westech stand. The moment you walk onto a Westech stand, you think, bloody hell, that's built strong. This is proper built. Woodcracker. Grapple saw. Running on a big 404 chain. But look at this. For scale. Look at the size, the thickness of that. You're not bending that anytime soon. If you thought you were going to bend it, you've got a bit of support in the gussets as well. That's a hell of a bit of kit. I'm reckoning that needs to be on a 20-ton machine. I don't think you're going to put that on a 13-tonner. Woodcrackers.
That instead of the cone splitter on the chipper. I'll just display it here.
Paul's saying there, rather than the cone splitter on the big chipper, this is what we want. Stick one of these down, put your log in, stick it in there, grab it together, rip it, split it, pull it apart. Job's done. If you want to go wide, go that one. Go the size of that. That's got a woodcracker there on a crane trailer. Split some hellish timber. That's on the shopping list for the APF. Look at this. This is like an angry bird. Proper strong kit. Here we go. This looks like the ultimate move from a tree shear. Grapple saw, vertically mounted, tree support at the top, bar at the bottom. Just need a hell of a machine. Or this one. Look at that. That's kind of universal with the wrist on it. So you're going to rotate that round on that wrist action to do those compound cuts and stuff on the digger. That looks a hell of a piece.
It's sort of equal on the Merlot motor.
Put that on a Merlot, but I don't see why you couldn't put that on a 13-ton digger.
True.
So they probably come to these shows, and the kit's brilliant, but it costs so much. Look at the size of this. Big fixed blade. That's going to go round, grip. This is going to grip the tree. It's massive.
Weighs 3
ton.
You're not going to hang that 3 ton off a 20-ton digger, are you?
This is the problem with this big kit, is that you need such a big machine to put that on that it's a big Clearfeld job only. You're not going to go into there for any sort of thinnings. The size of the carrier is so big. You might as well have a harvester.
That's some small stuff.
Yeah, it's quite good for a little fella buncher. Or small shears. Yeah, the Woodcracker range is vast. But it does feel real quality stuff. So, Seppi stand. So we're looking at this 250. So this is a slightly bigger machine than the Seppi that we run. You can see it's got smaller teeth. I think this is a better design. We've got teeth the size of my fist on ours. I think those smaller teeth are better for just taking the material with less pressure on the machine, maintaining rotor speed. A lot of the designs now seem to be smaller teeth, narrower teeth than those wider teeth. This little robotic job, they're getting like smaller teeth. That's still quite wide, but it's much smaller teeth. I think that'll probably take a lot less running than the big ones. So these teeth on here, even for this great big machine, still quite a lot narrower. I think that'll maintain a faster forward speed of the rotor. Stop it stalling as easily when it's hitting bigger stuff. Interesting on that the last machine we looked at that goes on an excavator. They've got those rakers on here to stop it digging in too much. Obviously, the horsepower requirement on this is going to be massive. So maybe that's less of a consideration because you've got more power driving it. Hell of a unit. Hydraulic pushing on here as well. So you've got rams there so you can force that material down into the mulcher. So we're just looking at another one for the excavator here. So Seppi do this model. You can see here it's fitted with the steel teeth, which you need to sharpen regularly, but if we're going into soil conditions like that, we'll go with tungsten carbide. But that tooth is interchangeable. We've got this great model here that demonstrates it beautifully. So that's the holder that's on the drum. Just take the bolt out, and the tooth slides out, so you can see that the bolt's doing nothing other than holding it in place. That location of whether the tungsten carbide tooth or the steel tooth for different applications. So if that's going for more vegetation, lighter vegetation, grinding back bushes and shrubs, whereas this one you're going to be using more for stump grinding up into the soil, brash and stuff after thinning work. But because it's located in there, it's solid against that mount as opposed to being screwed in, and that's the screw just holding it there. Really good. So here's someone you didn't expect to see in the forestry section. More known for their sprayers, seeding and cultivation, Horsch. And here's a 16-ton trailer that we were looking to see. That is a nice looking trailer. So can we look at that 20 tonner earlier, the 20 ton trailer earlier? Pipe's really well protected through here. Dampeners really, really well protected. This is new to market for Horsch. Like Horsch have not been building these long. There's been a project ongoing in the background for quite a number of years, and this is now pretty well new to market. Steering drawbar as you'd expect, air braking, so got a full air system on the trailer. And how they've done that under here. Bogies are really well protected. When Horsch builds something, you just know it's going to be right. It's going to be thought about. Like the camera on the back, and I'm guessing that this is like seriously, seriously tough over all the lights. Stop. Reflector could do with one. That's going to get smashed in no time. That could do with that same system over the top of it. And I think I'd like to see some over there as well, although it is quite well protected behind. Maybe a number plate cover on there as well would be kind of useful. You can see wear plates in here. Look at that plastic nylon. So this is telescoping out this last bunk, extending back out on the trailer. Internal ram on there, I'm assuming, so that's kind of a nice feature. I better stop Paul quickly before he puts an order down.
I would just say they only do at the moment because it demands higher bar of hydraulic oil. They only do PTO.
This is a funky little thing. Look at this, the Mantis. So this is for hedge cutters. When you get old and you can't look over your shoulder, and you've got such a bad neck and so much arthritis that you can't use your McConnell anymore,
This is what we get.
you buy a Mantis.
You buy a Mantis.
We're going to get one of these in 15 years' time. I'm feeling a bit.
I feel it a little.
I feel bad now.
Hold that.
Only 42.
Yeah, it's kind of making my neck ache just looking at it. We need one in our lives, don't we? So where's this from then, guys?
Yeah, it is from the Alamo Group, so also Alamo UK.
Okay.
So you're right about McConnell, so you can
Yeah.
maybe you can get some money out of it and buy a new one.
So how much one of these then?
This is a new one. This is
Yeah.
a prototype.
Yeah.
It's a new machine that we're gonna introduce as a Mantis brand
Yeah.
Okay.
in Europe. So UK, France, and Angelique. Oh God.
Now you start sweating.
Yeah. No, and in the Netherlands. So we are here with Alamo Group Europe. All brands combined. So it means McConnell Bundford, but also Herder, Votex in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Russo SMA in France. And this is a new introduction for Europe. Completely new machine. The basis of the Mantis.
How much ish?
How much will this be roughly?
Is this more than
As in money, or
Yeah.
Is this more than my John Deere and the McConnell put together?
that's something maybe. Kan je iets over de prijs
That's the
vertellen?
question the customers need.
No, he won't tell you.
No. Is it more than my John Deere and my McConnell hedge cutter? Getting prices is hard.
No bugger wants to give you a price on anything.
Is this going to be more than my John Deere and McConnell hedge cutter combined now? This is what we need to know. This is what we need to know. Is this going to, do we put one of these in the shed next year?
McConnell, I buy Ford Reach McConnell because I can't buy a Mantis. They won't give us a bloody price on one.
Right, we'll follow it then to see how we get on.
We'll follow this and we'll see it at Lama.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
The first
Will you have a
introduction.
price at Lama?
Yeah. I will make sure that
You make
got
sure
a
there's a bloody price on it.
that you get
I
a
need
price.
to work out how
It's not
many,
long, January.
Yeah, I know.
we need to work out how much more hedge cutting we need to get in our winter sling to justify.
I will make sure that my colleagues will make a calculation for you based on hours.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because the other big problem, joking aside, I know that it's all new research and development and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if I buy a new John Deere 6R185 and a new McConnell hedge cutter, I know in 5,000 hours what that 6R185 is worth.
Yeah.
And I know what that I'm going to get for my hedge cutter back.
Definitely.
And I come and buy one of your machines with an unknown price at this stage, or think about buying it, we have no idea what this devalues to in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
So to hook us into the market,
You need.
It needs to be a fair price.
it's got to be right. We've got to be the right side of it. We can't. What we're increasingly seeing in many sectors is as agriculture and forestry is getting more and more complicated, there's more R&D going into it.
Yeah.
And as a consumer, there's nothing worse than us, for our contracting businesses, to be buying something too early, unproven, which then someone comes up with the next best idea, and what we've just bought, spent hellish money on,
Yeah, definitely.
Then you get the hit.
is dropped like a stone.
No,
And
definitely.
That's the problem with this tech
Yeah.
going up and up and up, is that it's leaving us exposed.
That's why we want to have an introduction, and we're first going to start at France, making sure that the regulations are followed there because they are
We've
the
just driven through
strictest.
France. They don't cut the hedges. They don't even bloody cut the hedges.
I know, but
you want to come to
regulations.
Cheshire?
We
You
don't
wanna come to
either in
Cheshire?
the Netherlands.
The hedges in Cheshire are beautiful, pointed, top, nice.
That's a special thing that you have in the UK. No.
Neat hedges.
Topiary.
Neat hedges because they are really nice clipped.
Yeah,
Everything is really neat.
If you get the technology good enough in there,
Yeah.
we didn't need to be any good at hedge cutting anymore. We just
No.
press it.
Just
I'm
do
hoping
it for
you
us.
hit a button. In fact, take the seat out of it. I wanted to cut the hedges without having to sit on the damn thing. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank
We're never going to be able to film the whole of this show in 2 days, but just give you an idea where it's at. Mulching wise, we've seen Seppi, we've got Bertie behind me, we've got Niubu, never heard of them before, green mulchers, TMC, that's a beast, that's a proper mulcher. The only way I can buy a mulcher this big is if James Peck will let me borrow one of his tractors. That's massive. Really good range of mulchers. Look at they all shy away. Look, you see them shying away. See them like those shy away? How are you guys?
Hi.
So look at your mulchers. Look, I've not seen your brand before. Look really, really good. Look, strong kit. Horsepower requirement, 300? More. How many? 500 horsepower. That is PX Farms territory of horsepower. 500 horse.
Is that what it requires?
500, yeah. The trouble is, what we find you need in forestry is you need this kit, but you need a bloody old tractor that you don't love anymore, that you don't mind if you kill it, don't you? Because like to take new tractors into woodland with these on the back of it, you're just smashing them to pieces, aren't you? It's like you don't want that old Valtra that's done 8,000 hours and give it its last 2,000 before you get it cut up. You know, it's like I can't get my head around taking such expensive tractors into woods, whereas the excavator is easy to guard, so it's not as much performance. You've got to, you know, you're diddling around, but you're not breaking stuff. The tractors are so expensive to break now, aren't they? On the back of there is a clutch. So if you hit a big stump, rather than the whole of the transmission of the tractor coming to a shuddering stop and stalling it, that'll override that and protect the tractor. So I've never seen these trailers before in the UK. BMF seems to be the brand. Look really quite well thought out. Low pressure oil and electric controls. Very similar to the trailer we're currently running. We're up with this little pulpit thing here on the drawbar, but there's no reason I can't take these back onto the tractor and sit in the back of the tractor with them, like we currently do. Crane looks 750 HP. I'm guessing it's 7.5 metre crane, maybe it's a bit bigger. Got a winch on it. Trailer looks quite strong and well thought out. This is currently on air brake system, which I like. Got little lockers around there, which I'm loving as well. I don't know quite whether they're strong enough to not get whacked, but who knows. Steering drawbar, safety locking pin as normal. You bob that out and drop in here to stop the trailer crabbing over. Like this, put a chainsaw in there, so that'll take the bar of the chainsaw. So if you've got bits to sned off and stuff, you can carry a chainsaw in that. I love that idea. Drop down legs, I don't know, I kind of like the ones that come down on an angle, but I don't think they're going to swing out too far beyond the trailer. It's a balance for how far the legs come out for stability versus how clumsy it is in the timber yard. These little lockers, I think they're handy for ratchet straps, so I'm guessing what they're for. Interesting to see. Oh no, in here we've got a load of the air, that's all the air gear for the air brakes. The side of the box is actually quite strong, and that's where it's going to take the impact. Nice solid gusseted round there for stopping water getting in. 12-ton Pro, I'm guessing. Double chassis, double ladder chassis. I like that idea. On some of the other ones we've looked at with a single beam in here, I'll go around the other side. What I'm not sure about on some of the other ones we've seen with like a single wide central beam is that these bolsters are bolting into a machined hole in the frame in the trailer's frame. So if that gets full of wood and stuff, which is going to be, it'll be dead difficult to get the bolts in. This is a much simpler idea where it's taking the strength on the side of the ladder and giving you the bolt holes, which is a nut on the back. Worst case scenario, this all gets miled up. Gas axe or grind those bolts off and put new bolts through. You can't really go wrong from a future maintenance point of view with that. Really like that as a simple design. A little bit of grippiness just to hold the logs is good, and I think this trailer will extend. I don't know whether it does it hydraulically or not, but this back bunk definitely slides out, whether that's on a pair of rams or it's a manual operation. It's pins, yeah, it looks like it's a manual operation on this. Be nice to see that with rams in it, just to be able to slide it out, bring it back and forth when you need to. Right, this is what we've been waiting for more than anything else today at the show. We've saved today for John Deere, and we've heard that they put tyre inflation systems on the 6R series now for the first time. And guess what? We've come over, and John Deere have got tyre inflation system on the John Deere 6R series, but I think they've bought them from B&Q. This is awful. Look at this. That'll last probably until I get out of the yard at the rear. And the front, I won't even make it out of the yard before I rip this pipe off. I can't believe people aren't putting these through the back of the hubs and doing it like some of the other manufacturers.
Wait, stop.
We really want this system, but not like this.
No, but that and that,
Yeah.
don't they come off?
Well, yeah, they will come off.
Yeah.
They're going to come off when I hit a gate
No,
post.
like that. Or like that. And they're in there like that. So you're left just with that to get filthy.
Yeah, well, that gets full of mud. Really disappointed. I'm mega disappointed. Oh, come on, we're expecting more. Honestly, expecting more from Deere on tyre inflation. Unfortunately, most of the tyre inflation systems look like they're come from Timu. So I know that Germany's quite a liberal country and all that, but I wasn't anticipating to come and get a bottom massage. Paul's sat here now having his bum massaged by the new John Deere seat. So this is available for the choppers, and I think for some of the larger tractors. What's it like having a bottom massage in Germany?
It's not just a bottom massage.
It's not just a bottom. This is more than a bottom massage.
Upper leg, into your buttocks, up your lower back, and top back. It's amazing.
So when in Germany, do what the Germans do. Sit down. Oh, it's kind of moving a little bit. It's a little bit weird. I don't know whether I like that or not. I need the pegs to put my feet up on, really. I need the pegs to steer them. Oh yeah, that's so.
Feel it?
Yeah.
And the other one goes like...
Yeah. Ooh, I'm not sure I like that bit. Oh, it's a shame you can't just stop it there and just go get a bit more.
On the lower back.
Yeah. We need another button on the Command Pro stick just to move just to pause and just move the balls around a little. The balls in the seat. No, a little bit more here. Oh, that's good. I've just seen something that was a little bit different on Deere stand. The lights and the cab, all a bit more angular. It's a 7R 310 with a new cab. So this is the new generation. Look at the lights. This is nice. I like this. New screen, two screens. I would like a second screen really in our tractors. I do find having the auto steer and stuff on one screen and then all your controls on the other nice.
Does this?
And it's got the new style of screens. Apple CarPlay.
It only goes to there.
Yeah, but does it come this way? This is the more important way for hedge. Oh, it does. Yes,
Oh, it just goes to there.
it does go to here. The only problem is this is in a 310 horsepower tractor. The seat goes that far, and that's a bit big for hedge cutting. Ah, okay. Yeah. So the command arm moves around out the way a bit more.
But say if you're chipping or anything like that, it's still not the same scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, but you have got
You've got a peg there.
foot peg there.
So it will be a bit nice for chipping, but not quite a Vulture or a Fent. I like the big pegs for putting your feet on. They look comfy.
Just walking away.
So there we go, we're back to the exit. That is day 2 and our visit to Agritechnica 2025 done. We're exhausted after 2 days at the show. It's been great, we've really enjoyed it. Hopefully we brought you a few videos, shown you a few different things. If you've liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe. We've had a fantastic trip to Germany. We've got a long trip home now
He's
tomorrow.
got a bad back and I've got a bad knee.
Yeah, and it's a long trip home.